Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Serena Williams matches LeBron James and Tiger Woods in rare feat as husband pays tribute. The season has shifted to the sacred grass of the All England Club, where a new generation now tests its mettle. But long before them, Serena Williams, the American Titan, didn't just play on grass. She ruled every surface the sport offered. With 23 G titles, surpassing Steffi Graf's open-era record, Serena carved her legacy into tennis history with unstoppable force. Her husband, Alexis Ohanian, has long championed her greatness, famously wearing a shirt at the 2021 Australian Open reading, "Greatest Female Athlete," with the qualifier female crossed out. Now, once again, even after the American tennis ace retired a long time back, the proud entrepreneur couldn't resist sharing how his wife stands not just among tennis legends, but as a giant in the world sporting pantheon. Just a couple of hours ago, an IG account named On Mental dropped a graphic that instantly turned heads. With the caption, "Through the Mental app, here's what we found, GOAT." The image lit up feeds everywhere. It boldly stated, "This graphic of the greatest athletes ever inspired us." So we dug through Mantle to find signed memorabilia from the GOATs themselves. The lineup: pure greatness: Muhammad Ali, Michael Phelps, LeBron James, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Pelé, Tiger Woods, and more. As the post gained steam, Alexis Ohanian, the co-founder of Reddit and proud husband of Serena Williams, shared it in his own Instagram stories. A silent nod to where Serena stands, right among the immortals. When it comes to professional tennis, Serena Williams stands in a league of her own. Her legacy, built brick by brick over decades, remains unmatched in both numbers and narrative. It all began in 1995, when a teenage Serena made her WTA Tour debut at the Challenge Bell in Quebec City, Canada. That match, a first-round loss to then-world number 149 Annie Miller, lasted under an hour, but it was the spark that lit the fire of greatness. 4 years later, she clinched her maiden Grand Slam title at the 1999 U.S. Open. From there, Serena would go on to conquer 22 more majors, 7 at Wimbledon, 3 at Roland Garros, 7 at the Australian Open, and 5 more U.S. Open crowns, bringing her total to 23 Grand Slam singles titles, just one shy of Margaret Court's all-time record. In doubles, she reigned supreme alongside sister Venus, winning 14 titles. Add 2 mixed doubles trophies and 4 Olympic gold medals, 3 in doubles, 1 in singles, and her resume becomes staggering. Serena has earned more prize money than any other female tennis player in history, more than doubling the career earnings of her sister Venus, who sits second on that list. Her most dominant season came in 2013, when she collected a record-shattering $12.4 million in one calendar year, eclipsing the previous record of $7.9 million. She spent 319 weeks atop the WTA rankings, including 186 consecutive weeks, tied with Steffi Graf for the longest streak in women's tennis history. At Roland Garros, she compiled a 69-14 record with titles in 2002, 2013, and 2015. She dominated the WTA finals, winning the prestigious season-ender 5 times, becoming the oldest champion at age 33 in 2014. At Wimbledon, she captured 7 singles titles, tied with Graf, and second only to Martina Navratilova, and held a staggering 98-14 record at SW19, along with 6 doubles and 1 mixed doubles trophy. Off the court, Serena's greatness only grew. Her husband, Alexis Ohanian, captured it best back in 2018. She fought for her life, for our child, for recognition, for equal pay, for women's rights. She never gives up. She's passionate and unrelenting and the most inspiring person I know. Today, even in retirement, her legacy echoes louder than ever. But behind every record and milestone, there's a price. Greatness doesn't come cheap. It demands sacrifice, resilience, and an unyielding will to rise. Serena Williams reflects on the true price of greatness. Serena Williams has always been unapologetically real, especially when it comes to the 2 little lights of her life, her daughters. In November 2024, The 23-time Grand Slam champion laid it bare, saying, "I am obsessed with my children. I spend all day with them. I have my schedule or my work schedule, like my whole life is like okay, being with Olympia, being with Adira." But while her business, Win Beauty, now rises to stardom, the emotional toll weighs heavily. For Serena, success was never just trophies and applause. It was also the cost of absence. She's missed moments that can't be measured. "My whole life I've had to kind of weigh, like, if I want to win a championship, well, what is that going to cost me?" She confessed, "It's going to cost me time with my family. It's going to cost me friends. It's going to cost me relationships. And they're very expensive. You have to decide if it's worth it for you." Her legacy is etched in the fabric of sports history, but the emotional ledger tells another story, of sacrifices made in silence, of love poured into every corner she touches. The echo of greatness. The stadium lights buzzed overhead, a soft hum beneath the roar of an adoring crowd. The banners flapped gently in the evening breeze. It wasn't a tournament match, nor a Grand Slam final, but the energy was unmistakably electric. Tonight wasn't about forehands or serves. It was about legacy. At center court stood Serena Williams. Dressed in a sleek, regal black and gold outfit, she stood tall and proud, her presence radiating the same ferocity and elegance that had defined her career for over 2 decades. The jumbotron above lit up with 3 names, names that didn't just belong to athletes, but to living myths. Serena Williams, LeBron James, Tiger Woods. 3 titans, different sports, same stratosphere. The crowd hushed as the announcer's voice echoed through the arena. Tonight we honor a rare feat, a milestone reached by only the rarest of champions. Tonight, Serena Williams joins LeBron James and Tiger Woods as the only athletes in modern history to transcend their sports and redefine what greatness truly means. Applause erupted like thunder. But the ceremony wasn't about statistics or trophies alone. It was about cultural force, about perseverance, about bending the arc of history and bringing others along for the ride. Backstage, Alexis Ohanian, Serena's husband, watched with pride swelling in his chest. In his hand was a letter, folded carefully and written in his own handwriting. A tribute, a personal note meant not for the cameras or the crowd, but for Serena. He stepped onto the stage when invited, the spotlight catching the emotion in his eyes. As the audience quieted once more, Alexis unfolded the letter and read aloud. "To my champion. They'll talk about your 23 Grand Slams, your 4 Olympic golds, your 319 weeks as world number 1. But I've had the honor of seeing what they don't see. The 5 a.m. wake-ups after sleepless nights. The countless moments of doubt you faced not on center court, but alone in the quiet. The pain you pushed through. The fear you never let win. The glass ceilings you shattered, not once, but again and again, until the glass didn't fall on you, but became the mirror others now look into for strength." LeBron James redefined longevity. Tiger Woods redefined comebacks. But you, Serena, you redefined the very idea of possibility. People used to ask, can a black girl from Compton make it in tennis? Now they ask, who will be the next Serena? And that question itself is a monument to your legacy. Our daughter, Olympia, will grow up knowing that there's no arena where she doesn't belong, no dream too ambitious, because her mother showed her that limits are only suggestions. So as you join the rare company of LeBron and Tiger, not just as an athlete, but as a force of cultural gravity, I want you to know, you never needed validation from a record book. The world caught up to what I've always known. You are one of the greatest to ever do it, on the court and off. With love and awe, your forever fan, Alexis. The crowd stood in a wave of applause that didn't die down for minutes. Serena wiped a tear from her cheek, but didn't flinch. Strength was her signature. She took the microphone and, for a moment, just stood in silence, as though absorbing the moment like she had absorbed thousands of volleys throughout her life. When she spoke, her voice was soft, but clear. I used to dream under the harsh streetlights in Compton, she began, where every shadow looked like a hurdle. But dreams, I learned, grow stronger in adversity. They don't shrink in darkness, they burn brighter. LeBron, Tiger, myself, We didn't just train our bodies. We trained our minds to see through the noise, past the doubters, beyond the finish line. We didn't all come from privilege, but we came with purpose. And purpose, I've found, is more powerful than any serve or swing. She paused, looking up at the images of LeBron dunking in midair and Tiger mid-swing. Then at her own image, frozen in a fierce backhand motion. We didn't ask to be icons. We asked to be excellent. And excellence answered by making us icons. The night went on with tributes from former rivals, friends, and fans around the world. LeBron James himself sent in a video message, smiling wide. "Serena, welcome to the table. It's about time. There's greatness, and then there's your kind of greatness." Tiger Woods, famously reserved, also chimed in via video. "What you've done for tennis is what legends do for history. They leave it different than they found it." The trio now represented not just individual achievements, but the crossing of thresholds in sports, culture, and identity. They had played in different arenas, basketball courts, golf greens, and tennis stadiums, but all three had used their platforms to move the world forward. Epilogue, echoes in the future. 5 years later, in a small community center in South Los Angeles, a mural covered one wall. It depicted Serena, LeBron, and Tiger, each in motion, each surrounded by swirling colors that told stories of their journeys. Beneath the mural, children lined up, not just to take photos, but to practice, to train, to believe. A young girl named Kiara gripped her tennis racket, her eyes fixed on Serena's image. "She looks like me," she whispered to her coach. And in those 4 words, an echo of greatness was born anew.